I'm sure it'd be all right. I mean, people do it all the time. I'll probably be able to go in, get what I want, then come out again. I mean, how hard can it be? I feel a bit anxious about it though. It's a bit like when you go into the garage to drop off your car. They then ask you what the problem is, and you lose the ability to speak. You end up saying it makes a sort of shtum shtum sound whenever you press the stick thing. You know the names of the parts of the car, the gear, the clutch, etc., but all of a sudden the vocabulary falls out of your head and you end up seeming like an incompetent arse. If they then ask you to reverse back onto the ramp, suddenly any driving ability falls out of the window and you become a gibbering wreck. In those circumstances, my strategy is now to tell them I'm busy and leave the keys with them to do it. I then slink off round the back of the garage and walk the long circuit home, hoping that none of the mechanics sees me through the window. No, it'll be okay. I only need to go in for a saw. How hard can that be? I'll go to the section, buy a standard saw, and come out again. I'll park here and walk in. The saw section. The saw section. Where is the saw section? Who saw the saw section? Oh no, it's not really a place for laughter here. Everyone is pretty serious. People are browsing in here too, men mainly, as if they're considering what they really need. How do they know? I mean, looking at all those drill bits and expecting to know exactly what it is they're wanting. I mean, you walk past the plumbing section, I've no idea what half of these things are for. It's not as easy as I thought. There isn't exactly a saw section either. At random places throughout the shop, there are various motorised implements with teeth that seem to be designed to cut stuff. But what are they supposed to be for? I don't really want a petrol-driven beast either, not really needing a chainsaw. At least I don't think so. Don't really know what they're for anyway. I only need to cut down a few overhanging branches in my garden. Actually, there would be some benefit in taking it though. Firstly, it'll probably do the job in super quick time. I don't really know what my sawing skills are. I mean, how do you test them anyway? The last thing I sawed was in CDT class in third year, but even then we didn't really do it, did we? We started hacking away at a block of wood, and then Mr. Bradshaw came in and made it into a toolbox or whatever it was we were making at the time. Yes, not really a wood person, really, or handy in any way at all. But the second reason may be perhaps more pertinent: revenge. If it's petrol powered, it's going to have some oomph, isn't it? It's a good excuse for payback time, for our neighbours, I mean. It doesn't seem to matter what day of the week it is, nor time of day for that matter. There's always something going on, some noise being made by their power tools. I mean, it's impressive they've done all that extension work themselves, but now that it's done, what more is there to drill? I'm not really sure, but they'll find something to drill, hammer, grind, slice, or whatever it is they're doing, and they'll do it very loudly. Sunday, the day of rest? You must be joking. It means they're home from work, so therefore they can get up especially early and start as soon as the clock ticks round to 8 o'clock. They'll still be at it right through to 8, 9 o'clock at night. Darkness is no barrier, as they've now installed those massive searchlights. And now that he's built that shelter in front of the garage, not even the elements can stop him. A bit of noisy chainsawing might be a bit of payback time. Let's see how much it is. 400 quid? No, not even my pent-up sense of injustice can justify that. Perhaps I can ask someone. Okay, I'll wait in the queue here behind this guy. Hang on. He's talking about hiring equipment, some kind of nifty lift or something. Yes, and there's actual discussion about what it's used for and when they're going to deliver it. He's now asking about a rammer breaker or something. What am I going to say when I get there? I need a saw for some sawy stuff to cut off branches. Not very impressive, is it? Don't really want to be put on the spot. What if he asks me what kind of saw I need and I'm not able to answer? I think instead I'll turn round here and I'll pretend I'm browsing, not really waiting. Some huge hammers here. I wonder why they're called a sledgehammer. I mean, it seems a bit big for making a sledge. Breaking a sledge, maybe. What would you actually use it for? I know people bash down walls or something. I think I'd be too terrified. What if the whole house came down? Right. Gardening section. Now, this seems a bit more familiar. Right next to gloves and dishwasher tablets. So, at least I know what they're for. Okay, this looks like a saw that I'm familiar with, and $9.99. Doesn't really say whether it's for chopping branches, but certainly looks like something I recognise. I think it will do. I'll seize it with purpose and walk to the counter, looking as if I know what I'm doing, and I came in specifically to buy this saw. Is there anything else? No, that's fine, thank you. Going to use it to saw things with. Put my card in there, shall I? That's great. Thanks, bye. Right, I'm heading straight out and not looking back. I know you'll be giving me a look over what I've just said. Of course I'm going to saw things with it. What else would I do with a saw? But I panicked when he spoke to me at the till and needed something to come back with. At least that's over and done with now. Don't have to go back there in a hurry. I think I might more order online next time. At least I won't have to do the blokey chat. I knew there was a reason why I didn't often do the DIY.